Level 5 Transporter Accident is an episode that, in the context of Star Trek's narrative, largely doesn't happen. The bulk of this episode, which includes the Enterprise crew transformed into Jim Henson's Creature Shop puppets, an Orion pirate boarding attempt, and a Wrath of Khan airlock homage, unfolds entirely inside Spock's dream. What the episode sacrifices in direct narrative contribution, it more than compensates for in psychological insight into a character at a genuinely unsettled point in his arc. Spock's day begins badly. La'an's blunt assessment that there's no tragedy in a romance reaching its natural conclusion throws off Spock's meditation. His subsequent, slightly desperate outreach to T'Pring, who agrees to visit on the condition of no hijinks, sets up the exact dynamic his subconscious then proceeds to detonate as the dream begins. The dream's internal logic is more coherent than it initially appears, as it is, structurally, Spock's own anxiety about chaos overwhelming his hard won logical discipline, rendered a slapstick Muppet catastrophe rather than psychological drama. That the dream to Pring ultimately becomes the voice arguing that embracing chaos is itself the rational response is the episode's cleverest inversion. Spock's own mind working out, through absurdist metaphor, that logic and disorder are not necessarily opposites. The creature shop puppetry itself is an unqualified delight, and the episode wisely never treats the visual gag as merely decorative. Helia's oversized eyes and noodly hair, the recurring bit of a full size, unaffected Spock moving through a ship of puppet sized colleagues, the genuine difficulty of puppet hands trying to operate instruments built for human ones, all of it is played with total commitment, and the episode's comic energy rarely flags, even as the plot mechanics proceed with straight faced sincerity. An Orion boarding party, a hostage negotiation, a captured Spock chatting amiably with a captor more interested in discussing gender norms than torture. It should not work as well as it does, and it absolutely works. La'an's brief happiness at being rendered temporarily incapable of harming anyone is the episode's one genuinely poignant beat smuggled into all the silliness. A small, specific acknowledgement of the fear she has been carrying since her Griffin experience. Given form even within Spock's own subconscious, rather than her own, suggesting his own awareness of his crewmate's struggles. It's a lovely piece of writing hidden inside a puppet comedy. The It Was All a Dream structure is a real gamble, and the fact that it mostly works is a credit to how tightly the episode ties its dream logic back to Spock's actual emotional state. What his kiss with T'Pring means, given that it happened only in a dream, is a question the episode leaves pointedly, teasingly open. This is silly television, it's also sincere television. For a franchise 60 years into its run, the willingness to spend an entire episode inside one character's dream, puppets and all, and still land genuine emotional insight is exactly the kind of formal confidence this show has earned. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4 continues on Paramount Plus, so let me know in the comments. Did the puppet episode work for you? And what do you think that T'Pring kiss means for Spock going forward as we approach the events of the original series? And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Fandom Frontline for more reviews as the season continues.